Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, I'm so sorry it took me long to post this tutorial. This is one of the dress I posted that you guys demanded for. It took me a long time before posting it and I apologize for that. I've been going through some personal stuff, but I'm back. I'm fine now. So thank you so much for always sticking to this channel. To my return subscribers, I love you all. And if you're just seeing this channel for the first time, I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do not forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post beautiful tutorials like this. Okay guys, so for this dress we're going to be making use of what's underneath is a net. Yes, you know the soft net they use for baby all these baby ball gown. That is what's under it. All right, so and I'm making use of chiffon. So if you're a starter, do not make use of chiffon because it was really difficult working with it. All right, so let's get right into it. So for this tutorial, I'm going to start by marking my starting line, which I'll always do when I want to make any outfits. If you've been following this channel, this is what I do. So after marking my starting line, I'll go ahead static in the vertical points, which is my bust point, under bust, my waistline, and the hip line. All right, so I'm going to connect the lines horizontally just this way. Okay, so after connecting the line horizontal, guys, like I said before, if you're just following this channel for the first time or if you're a newbie, do not use chiffon. I use chiffon for mine because that is what I have and that is what I want. Okay, and it was pretty hard working with it. So for new beginners, use a strong fabric for it. So I labeled the lines. Next, I'm going to take my shoulder divided by 2 and I will come down by 1 inch. My shoulder divided by 2, then I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then from that shoulder slope, I'm going to take my chest line, that's my armhole line, which is 9, and I'm also going to mark the line horizontally and label it chest line. So I have my chest line, bust point, under bust, waistline, and hip line. Then I'll connect it vertically this way. Then I'll go ahead, to just make my armhole curve. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my neck width, which is 3. If you look the one on the thumbnail, the neck depth is V. So I extended that to my bust point. But if you don't want your V neck to be exposed, go ahead and stop at the chest line. Okay, so I'll take my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 4.5, all the way down to the hip line, and I'm going to make a straight line. Yeah, then on the waistline I'll be coming out by half inch. I'll come out by half inch and reconnect it into the bust point, and you're not going to reconnect it, it's not going to get to the bust point. You're going to come down by 1 inch from the bust point. Okay, I already know 1 inch already, so just come down by 1 inch from your bust point and reconnect. Then you mark a straight line down to the hip line. We have different kinds of that leg, so whichever one you want to do, it's fine. So on the chest line, I'm going to divide my bust divided by 4, add 1.5 inch seam allowance. On my waistline, I'll divide my waist, replace the dart intake, add 1 inch seam allowance. On the hip line, I'm going to divide my hip by 4, add 1 inch, replace the dart, and add 1 inch seam allowance. Then I'll reconnect the lines just the way you see me doing. Then after that, I'm going to come out by that 1 inch allowance I added, then slant all the way down to the hip. That's for the basque fit, right? Hope you guys understand. Then I'm going to just extend that shoulder slope to my neck width, and that's all for the drafting of the front. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. Hope you guys understand. This is self-explanatory. Okay, so that is it. After cutting this, now we're going to proceed on cutting on our fabric. Okay, but before cutting on my fabric, I'm going to divide this pattern paper by 2, that's from the under bust, because if you look closely, you're going to notice on the thumbnail, you're going to notice there is a joining on the under bust. Okay, there's a joining on the under bust. The under bust is separate, the waistline and the hip line is separate, so I just divided it. I just had to cut it out. Hope you guys understand. So this is it. So I'll cut on my fabric. So I've gone ahead to cut on my fabric, and as you can see, I added some, just to be on the safer side. When I was cutting on the side, I added 1.5 inch seam allowance, just to be on the safer side, and others I added 1/4 inch on the hem length. Okay, so this is for the zipper. This is for the back. I had to draft for the back first. This is for the back. You know, I said I'm going to use this pattern paper to cut for both the back. So this is for the back. The neck width for the back remain 3. The neck depth is 1 inch. Okay, so that is it. So guys, I also cut for the front. I didn't know my camera was not recording, but just what you have to do, place your pattern paper, cut, and give it 1.5 inch on the side. So that's all. And when cutting, make sure you cut in 2. That's one for the fabric, for the main fabric, one for the lining. Hope you understand. One for the main fabric, one for the lining. And make sure you notch the part that has darts. Okay, notch the part where the dart is, that you're going to be closing your dart. All right, so I'm going to open this. I have it in 2 here, one for my fabric, one for the lining. Hope you understand. So I'm going to place it this way, and I'm going to be sewing the neck area, the neckline area. All right, so I'm going to sew the neckline area, and I'm going to be leaving the base open. All right, so I'll close my my darts. That was what I was showing you there. I'll close my darts, and on this part as well, this is the basque line. I also close the darts as well. Close the darts on the other side as well. All right, so I'll go turn the neckline, close the darts, and show you what next to do. This tutorial is a very simple one. So this is the back. I also stitched down the darts for the back. Okay, and the back does not have a lining. Please, I want my back, you know, transparent, like just the front. The front is what has lining. The front is the only part of this that has lining. So now I'm going to join the down part this way, one side on the other on the back, the other side on the left side of the back. Hope you understand. I will stitch that with 1/4 inch. Okay, remember the back does not have a lining, only the front has a line, because this cloth is transparent, this fabric is transparent. Okay, so I'll go stitch this, then bring the front. This is the front. I already turned it with the lining and everything. Okay, I already turned it with the lining. I closed every part except the down part and the shoulder. So I'm going to bring down the down part of the front and also stitch it down. All right, hope you understand. I'm going to stitch it with 1/4 inch, and I'll show you what next to do. All right, so guys, I'm done stitching it, and this is how it's looking. All right, this is how it's looking. Okay, so as you can see now, the front is having a lining, but the back doesn't have a lining, because I want that bust area to be, I don't want that bust area transparent. So I'm going to close it shoulder to shoulder now. So bring the back and place it shoulder to shoulder. So I'll be closing it shoulder to shoulder. Do not worry if you have any excess on the back after stitching it, just trim it out, because you know the back is going to be longer than the front for the shoulder parts, because the front has a lining and the back does not have a lining. So after stitching shoulder to shoulder, I'll stitch the sides. Okay, so I'll close shoulder to shoulder. If I have any excess on the shoulder, I'll trim it out, then I'll also stitch the sides. All right, so guys, I'm done stitching it. I'm done stitching shoulder to shoulder, and I'm done stitching the sides as well. So the zipper part is still open. That's the back. The zipper is still open. Okay, every other side is closed. So the next thing we're going to do now is to add our pleated that's the pleat on the basque area. Okay, so I'm going to get and measure what I have there. Okay, I'll measure what I have. I want the length of this dress. You know, when you look the one on the thumbnail, you're going to notice. Okay, first of all, I'll get a fabric and I'm going to place it minus what I have on the half length that I have. That's from my shoulder to my hip. I'll minus it, then get the length I want this to be. Now, this dress, the inner part has, you're going to see a white shuffle coming out. That is, I'm making use of net. You can use chiffon for yours, but I'm making use of net. You know, this baby net, that is what I'm using. Okay, so now the net is going to be longer. My fabric, if my main fabric is 20, for example, the net is going to be 25. Do you understand? So that the net will be showing under it. So now I'm going to place the two of them. I'll place, this is my fabric now, and I'll bring the net and place, and I'll start pleating. So I'm going to pleat all round till it gets to the other zipper area, then I'll show you the finished look. All right guys, so we've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you find it helpful. I hope it was easy, and I hope I wasn't fast. So I would like to know what you think about this outfit down the comment section. So if you look closely now, you're going to see the net beneath it. Okay, now the length of my main fabric is totally depends on me. If you watch the one on the thumbnail, it's not really the length of the main fabric was really close to the net, but I want mine really, you know, I want the net in mine really exposed. All right, so if you find this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share this video, leave a nice comment, and if you have any question, you can as well ask your question down the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, quickly hit on the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. All right guys, see you on my next one. Bye.